Doo, 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 doo. Hello. So getting things set up here. Let me see. Where's my... I need my I guess this will work. Stream URL. I think that's the one I need. Sorry, it's my first time trying to get a live link somewhere. Just go there, paste and go. This is not my, that's not my stream. Need a, well, this is not my stream. Copy video URL. Let's see if that works. Paste and go. Is this the video? Paste and go. Is this a live stream? Is this the video? Hoo doo doo doo. Paste and go. Is this a live stream? Is this the video? Hoo doo doo doo. Seems to be it. Okay. Paste and go. So yeah, I put up this, you edit it. How do I edit it? Edit post body. Yes, I'm going to do that. Alright. Delete. Save. Okay. So yeah, this is a little lead in, I guess. I can remove this later, right? Well, I usually like to have a little intro music before getting into the work. Coca-Cola, well, that doesn't hurt. Pictos. Alright. Set this aside. I don't want to trip over my cord. Damn it. That's for another project. So last time we glued this bad boy up. Don't know what just fell. Hopefully it wasn't important. These erasers help get a bit of grip. Got that from a guy on YouTube. But even with the erasers, it was tough on this to get a good hold. Because this tapers a little bit. And so when you try to clamp here, it's very slick and it just... So I drilled a little hole and put a little screw. Really need this countersink bit anymore. That countersink doesn't really work very well on maple anyway. I should probably get a better one. Somewhere there's a bit there. I don't know why I'm not seeing it. And no, it's not because it's cluttered. It should have been in one of two places. And it's not quite there. So much for saving time by using an electric screwdriver. Should be right here. Why am I not seeing it? Ah, there it is. One might think that it would be quicker if I put all this stuff away, but then I wouldn't be able to see it. I wouldn't know it existed and I'd lose track of it. Welcome to my brain. Shouldn't need that anymore. That, I do know where it goes. Put these away while I'm at it. I don't think I'm going to use this package for them. It's not the package they came in, but this is a Ziploc. It'll actually hold them in place. Or should I save this for tuners? I am trying to come up with an organization system, but I have to go a little at a time. Okay. So, as usual, you have a little bit of glue left over. You know, off the top of my head, I can't think of the best way to remove this. Let me try this. I need this going the other way. I have a bad feeling I'm going to slip and put a hole in my hand. Everything about this neck is freaking slick, but not necessarily in good ways. I like to take the this kind of plasticky stuff off the back of the deck with some high grit sandpaper. You know what? How about I hold that sticker down? It's just sliding everywhere. Be careful if you get these pads for this, because I got some bigger pads and I was like sanding and it just, the stuff came off and it kind of embedded itself on I got distracted and forgot what I was talking about. Probably just sand this off, but I don't know, I feel like doing this. I'm more worried about glue and stuff left up on this because it kind of shows up more there. It's gonna need some sanding. I forgot there's actually a little crack there. Don't do it this way. The results are not as good as some others would have been. This is too fine. I don't think I have anything. I don't really have anything to write grit handy. I'll try this. That's probably what I should have used in the first place. Yep. This for some maybe 220 grit, maybe 320 or whatever in that range. Oh well, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing tonight anyway. Front. I'm not worried about fixing this crack, but I wonder if some super glue in this crack would kind of restore the wouldn't fix that spot. Would kind of maybe fill that. little bit of glue in this tiny big hole. Not the best tool for that. I don't want to get super glue on myself right now, so I might try that at the end. See what happens. For everything I'm doing here, there's probably several right ways, but my brain will never be able to keep track of all those. But I'll be replacing this section with a whole new headstock eventually. So I like straight headstocks. Yep. I've always heard people say, "Oh, you know, those ones with the straight headstocks, they break so easy." I have never seen one of that style broken on a Kramer anyway, or any of my other guitars. I've never actually broken a headstock, although my guitars have fallen a lot. But a problem with this style headstock is you cannot lay that guitar down without putting like most of the guitar's weight on this. You know, it'll only hit at the very back and here. So if the guitar slams down, all the weight whack right on the end. If this is straight, it just falls flat. You know what? I've got next. Oh look, a Kramer neck with a flat style. This, if it falls, is like that. This, if it falls, is like that. Lands flat. Generally, the guitar takes most of the brunt because if the guitar body was here, this is actually kind of supported. You know, if there was something here and it hit there, it could hit, but then it would do the same thing on the other. And like every other headstock repair, well, like all the headstock repairs practically that I see are for guitars with slanted headstocks, generally Gibsons. I assume like Strat headstocks must break, but yeah, I'm not a fan of these tilted headstocks. But the main reason I want to change it is I like the longer, bigger banana. So when I was a kid, you know, every morning, Jump played on the clock radio. And get home, go to school and get home, and Jump video would be on, or the Panama video. They played that at least 10 times a day. And see Eddie Van Halen's the old banana nose headstock. Jump video might not have had that headstock. It might have had a different one. Might have been the Frankenstein. But the Panama definitely had it. And later the Hot for Teacher one. and eventually Live Without a Net, which loved that video, that concert. And just, I don't know, something about that guitar, that particular one. Some people like the Frankenstein, some people don't like any of them, but I like the 5150 guitar. Okay, so what we need to do, this theoretically, since I clamped it good for over 24 hours, should be pretty strong. But, you know, it's a tilted headstock, and I don't ever want to repair it again. So, we're going to dowel. I saw an absurd comment on Reddit about how, you know, somebody shouldn't dowel if they repaired their headstock. It was a different headstock style brake. It was broken up here, just a little ways in from the end of the fretboard, and well, it'd be a different kind of repair. But the concept that you shouldn't, he said, you know, you're going to take away the mating surface area, and you're going to, you know, eventually the dowels will work free or something. What? You glue the dowels in. And saying something about the grain, having the grain different or the same, it's, you don't really want the grain exactly the same on a bad cut, because the grain is, you know, damaged. The reason plywood is so strong is because it's got, you know, grains going opposite directions. That doesn't, you know, a brake won't, that ends up coming along the grain will want to continue with the grain. And if it's a weak area along the grain, that's more likely gonna break if it's all the same. Having a different grain in there, it probably isn't the best for continuing resonance, but for strength, not bad at all. Alright, I gotta decide where I want this. This brake kind of had a little bit of a gap here when I was initially trying to close it up. I don't have a lot of room here. I'd like to have one do I want to go straight across? Do I want to go 90 degrees? Do I want to go at an angle? I really don't know which is best. I'm used to cabinetry, which are generally joining at 90 degrees. Not necessarily always. If I do 3, that's unlikely to come apart again, but I was paid by the hour. I had an idea of what I wanted before I glued it, but now I'm not sure. This is maple, by the way, because I wanted, when I moved to a new house, it came with a shitload of dowels, and I started doweling everything. This is, pretty sure these are kind of soft pine dowels. Actually, that feels kind of solid there. Maybe that wouldn't be so bad. It's supposedly maple. Yeah, it seems pretty tough. Something I need to do. Trying to find my drill bit box. I wanted to put it somewhere that was guaranteed not to fall over. Great, this is freaking in between size. Oh, here we go. No, it's not. Alright, that's perfect for 1/4 inch. I was looking the wrong way. 1/4 inch. The hell? This is a tool to help drill straight dowel holes, but I think I'm going to have to do it by hand. I think I would have to use the force. You know what? It'd be kind of stupid if I didn't use all this technology to simply look up an answer. When I was younger, we didn't have a way to just look stuff up like this. So let's see. Is it better to dowel at 90 degrees or at an angle? So, dowel placement depends on a joint's purpose and materials, but 90-degree dowels are generally stronger for a single plane joint, because they provide better structural support by being more perpendicular to the grain. Angled dowels are typically used for more complex, non-90 degrees mitered joints. Requiring precision can create a strong joint by engaging dowel across different wood grain directions. We're only dealing with one primary grain direction, even though this is actually multiple pieces of wood. I think this break actually goes across 3 pieces. So this piece goes to here and cuts across at that angle. You can see that it came in at this angle. But then there's also a piece coming across here. There. The break was here. The original joint was here. You know, it almost looks like that seam there is coming across. But one way or the other, it suggests going 90 degrees. And that's what we were doing 30 some years ago. So we'll do that. I don't really need it to go very far past the crack. Oh, God damn it, I was supposed to be going this way. I could go deep as I wanted, but not really much purpose. That'll be fine. I was doing that right, wasn't I? Yeah. Now we need our little fatty saw. Batteries in this light are getting low. These headlamps are a dream if you're a mechanic or do lots of crafting. But I found out real quick that they burn through freaking batteries quite quick. So some cheap rechargeable batteries can really save you a lot of effort. I can't remember which way this goes. Spring is usually negative. Pump is usually positive. Oop. I'm tired. Hopefully all my mistakes are limited to putting the batteries in the wrong way. There we go. Well, I can't find my fatty saw. Is it over here? May have been using it. Project over here. I don't know where my saw is. I may be in trouble. Dang it. This is the problem. It's a saw with a straight blade that takes off very small amounts. I don't really have another place to be other than right there or over in the box. And it's not in the box. Shouldn't be in here. There's only a couple of places this particular saw should ever be. So this really bugs me. It's one of the few things that has a particular home. I might be able to do it with those. Yeah, it's going to be right here. And it sure isn't. Oh. Violin pieces. Forgot all about that. Well, if I hadn't already started a thing, I might just give up. But let's try a saw blade here. Actually, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go outside. Check the shed. Well, didn't find yet. I found a couple of saws that might do a better job than holding that thing by hand. We'll use these. One of them has saw teeth going one way, and one has it going the other way. Boy, that line is really too bright, isn't it? Suddenly that's gotten really hard to do. So we'll try the other one. I missed my saw. Where's my saw? God damn it. This is a shitty saw. Oh my god. I think this one's not the draw blade. Ideally, I would have this held down or something, huh? You know, kind of score Kepley grooves. Let's tighten something. Give the glue a little bit of relief. I'm just going to freehand it. Why does it get so hard? Yeah. I don't like these gloves. They're not grippy at all. And this is some... I don't think this blade is sharp at all either. That feels better. Cramps. Cheap followers my ass. Excuse me, I need to ban the crap out of somebody. First, let's get what they said. Copy. No, I don't want to just ban them, I want to report them. They want to bother me, I want to bother them. So, note to spammers, don't come to my channel. In normal dowel has these little grooves that let some glue get trapped in there. The glue is not structural. You want, you know, you want it to be somewhat tight in there. The reason you can, you know, you have the glue that gets squished out of joints, and you can usually just, it's usually kind of soft, and you just pull it off with your fingernail. It's not structural. So you got to help it a bit. Get it clamped tight, have tight joints, because when it's tight enough, then it can be as strong as the wood or stronger. And whatever I learned about sawing things in wood shop 30 years ago or more, I don't remember. I don't know why this blade keep getting hung up. I don't know if the blade's getting hot or what, but once it starts hanging up on one side, it doesn't want to work on the other side either. So it's not just because it's a deep cut. And it doesn't seem to matter if I widen the groove, it just doesn't want to cut in the wood anymore. Alright, I got our 3 dowels. These things were cheap for the dowels, but expensive for shipping. So I was like, buy 4 of these things, 36 inches long or so, and that's probably all the dowels I will need in my life. And it was the same shipping amount as if I'd bought one at a time. I mean, it would have been 4 times that amount if I'd done them individually. Hopefully I don't saw my fingers here. Yeah, I removed that glove a little prematurely. Forgot I wanted to score this. Yeah, I will be the first to admit this is not professional work. But I will also say I have never had a doweling I've done fail. So either I'm lucky or I'm not that bad at it. This could be the first time. Wouldn't that be ironic because it's the first time I ever streamed it? And the joke would be on me. Need a 1/4 inch bit. Just occurred to me that it would be really smart to actually make sure this 1/4 inch bit is a 1/4 inch. Hopefully it'll work because these actually feel a little bit tighter in the hole than the bit. Maybe I roughed them up a little too much. My favorite little punch over here, made out of some ooh, some car part. Ground it down and tempered the tip a bit. Silver drill bit, black Sharpie. Oh, that must be the short one. Two. Okay. And three. That looks better. Forgot which end I was counting from, I guess. Could use tape. I might use tape. This light. Well, I can see it good, but this is a better practice. That's a great way to start. And that's not sticky anymore. You want to do something to mark your bit. There's also little rings you can put on there. Now I need this to drill straight. And 90 degrees to thing. And that's all she eats. Now, if I were a smart man, I would save these maple shavings in case I needed to put some wood into something. Though I got black stuff all over them. I may not want that. Oh, there's one thing. Wondering why I'm going in a bit on these. I have these little wooden plugs. I have smaller ones over there that I'll probably put in afterwards to fill these. Ah. This one I may have to go at a bit of an angle. I kind of like that one to be a little longer, but nah. God damn. This neck is so freaking slick I can't hold on to it. I got my metal hammer here, or just the other one. Yeah, let's see if this will work. I said I can't hold on to the damn thing. $90 straight in. It's trying to crawl on me. Didn't mark this one for depth. Oh, it's much cleaner shavings. So in theory, you can mix these shavings up in some wood glue and use it to fill little cracks and stuff if you kind of grind it up. I don't know. I've never tried it. That I remember anyway. Oh, maybe I've used some dust of something I can't remember. Okay, and this one, I'm gonna kind of follow that line. Kind of went kind of walked over into that peg hole a little bit, but that won't really matter. I'll just bring in that hole a little bit afterwards. By the way, if anybody comes in, you can hit one of the sound alerts to get my attention. Be right back. Be noisy. Wow, I'm so smart I sucked one of my dowels up into the vacuum. So I'll get that and take care of that. I'm so tired. A little lightly dampened paper towel. Punch to encourage these if they don't want to go all the way in. And some good old tight bond. You don't want to put the glue in the hole. You'll get hydro-locked. Fluid will compress and you won't be able to put it in all the way. So you only put it on the piece you're working with. A little bit on the end doesn't hurt. I'm not sure if it's gonna fit in that freaking hole. I should have round the end a bit. Let's see. It's a little late to sand it. Ah, great. This may not work. Okay. Seems to be going in now. At this point, excess glue is just going to come out anyway. Doesn't matter if I have a little too much on the sides. Fuck it. Everything's not going quite the way I want. I'll clean it off afterwards. Dave's Planet of Fun Stuff is a good place to watch somebody actually do this right. Going in much tighter than I expected. trying to make this a little quieter. Fuck, that's so loud. You know what? That seems perfect. I can file that one off later. I ain't going nowhere. So, what have we learned? I forgot that I usually, if I make a dowel, that should make it go into the hole a little easier. That also forgot those are a bit tight. So hopefully that'll take care of that, or at least help. Just slightly wobbled that around and made sure there was no extra wood in those holes. Number two. It's awful bright here. I don't know why this keeps blowing out the light so much. Felt a little better fitting already. Definitely, lube goes a long ways apparently. Only very small amounts actually going to stay in there. I want to make sure and get it. Okay. Don't want any naked spots on there. And the more you put on, the more you have to clean off in a minute. So I found a good way to hammer in one peg is to use another peg. Now for some reason my pegs don't like going all the way in, so some gunk on the end of that. Put away my files so the neck doesn't fall against it and get gouged or something. So, second thing done, time for the third. Not like that's gonna stay. Shit. Just wobble down a little too much. Had a bit of a dry spot. That one went in by hand, which is not ideal. finally sink a little more. Yeah, these didn't go as far as I expected. These will probably grind off. And this one, I might try that shaving and glue technique, I don't know. Alright, let's see about cleaning things up a little bit. Didn't end up needing this punch. Put that back. Put away my little hammer, put away this, BRB. Put away the big hammer. Take off the ugly glove. Regular super glue is probably a little too thick to wick into there. Probably would have needed to put it on when I was closing that up, but it was such a pain in the butt to get that on there. Yeah, I'll try it. Or do it with the glue. Because I'll probably paint this anyway, because I don't want a purple freaking headstock on a black guitar. I brought some glue in here. When you're working with wood glue, up until it dries, or at least starts to dry, you can get it off pretty well with just water. So you want to do your cleanup right then. Or anything that's going to be exposed to the air. Found it. Oh boy. You know, I don't think this guitar was ever even played. I don't know if I want to give it a little bit of an extra polish. Okay, I have never been the king of super glue. Unless you count fogging up windows on model airplanes. Great, and I immediately put way too much. Well, might actually fill the holes a bit, so I'm gonna try storing this upright in my little holder there. I don't think that was really a good idea. Like I said, I'm not the king of super glue. Especially since I kind of want to fill a couple little shades out here since I probably will paint. And so I'll be able to sand this flat if the glue fills the cracks. I had good luck with super glue gel, stored it this way, it's not seizing up immediately. Actually got a little piece of wood that'll just fill that spot. That little shaving going right here. Oh no, it all came out. What happened? Got greedy. No, no, you were fine. You were perfect. Get the frick back in there and be perfect again. God damn it. Oh, here it is. You. I think some of the paint flaked out of there actually. The hole got bigger. Ah. Go in there. Go in there and stay in there. God damn it. There. Fuck it, I'll just pile some wood pieces on there. Get in, get in. Get in there. Sure, I need something for the glue to grab onto. That black piece of crap out of there. Hey, get it back in there. Get in there. Get in that hole. Get in that hole. That's what she said. Oh, don't come out now. God damn it. Just about get it perfect. That piece will come out. A little more on there so it doesn't get sticky. That'll work. That piece, if I can get it right. There we go. Just like that. Get a little glue on it. Not that you get out of there. Alright. Got my big stupid fingers all over this area. And right there I need the little flake. So I can cut off the excess wood. Alright. Because I can get a piece in that gap too. You put just the glue there, then it tends to collapse on itself. But if you glue is solided, I have had a lot of luck with epoxy, but I hate mixing it. Clean that tip before I put this away. Alright, looks kind of crummy at the moment. Actually, it needs another layer on here because it apparently did suck into that gap a bit. Two pieces aren't exactly level, and I do want them to level out. Alright. One of the biggest things with guitar repair, you gotta learn when to stop screwing with things. This is at that magical point where one should stop screwing with it. Dang it. There's still a bit on there. There we go. Everything just needs to be put away. Haven't played this for a little while. Got it out earlier, so I might as well play it. So it's time. Call it a night. Excuse me. Let's do a tuning stability test. See if it's still in tune. That one's a little off. Okay, so if you've got a Floyd or even a regular guitar, if you've had it sitting and it was in tune when you put it down, when you pick it up, some of the strings are out of tune, you probably have string twist, which happens while you're winding the strings on. And so what happens is, over time, those strings tighten up. Even if you stretch them, that takes care of longitudinal tension issues, but not the twist. You can only take that out temporarily, unless you undo the string, get the twist out, put it back, which is what I've done on this guitar and why it's still in tune, pretty much. Still got a little twist in that one. Anyway, instead of tuning it, don't tune it. Pick it up, it's a little out of tune, don't tune it. Stretch it. I usually do the Jimi Hendrix chord, pull the low strings up and the top strings down. Sometimes you'll have a string that needs a little extra. That one probably still, that one might actually be a little out of tune. Or this one's tight. Oh, this one was tight. go pick toss. Well, take care, everybody. Have fun and have a great weekend.